child safety summons and some of the issues that were raised. And again, what we've included in here are things that we heard time and time again. After about the second meeting, frankly, you could almost write the script about what issues that were going to come out. And they were consistent throughout the state of Ohio. It didn't matter whether we were in Northeast Ohio or whether we were Southwest Ohio, where we were. These same issues kept coming up time and time again. And let me go through and talk about a few of them right now. First is foster parent participation. There was a complaint from foster parents that they're not asked many times to be a part of the solution. Their advice is not being asked. They are the people who see these kids every day, care for these kids, love these kids, and yet when it comes time for the court or children's services to make a decision about whether that child should go back with their natural parents, these foster parents feel that they are many times not consulted and they cannot participate. And they feel that they are the ones who really have the best read on what is going on with that child. Second, foster children participation. Many of the foster kids who've been foster children, and some who still were, would say that they're many times not consulted throughout the process. That they're the ones whose life is at issue, and that many times they are not consulted. Third issue is the issue of guardian ad litems, who are appointed as legal representative of the child in proceeding. They are the people who are supposed to advocate for the child and have the best interest of the child, and to do the work to understand that and to present that to the court. Common complaint throughout the state that while some guardian ad litems are doing a good job, many are not. They're not putting the time in, they are not prepared, they don't understand what's going on with that child. Fourth issue that came up was the lack of uniformity in the state of Ohio with CASA volunteers, CSA volunteers. These are advocates for the children. They're generally not lawyers. The consensus was from our meetings that this is a very effective way to represent the child. And that CASA volunteers are an essential and integral part of the decision-making process in regard to the future of that child. The problem that was expressed is that many counties in the state of Ohio do not have this program at all. And that was an issue. Number 5, foster children uniformly expressed the concern, as did foster parents, very vocally, that the rules make it almost impossible for that child to live a semi-normal life. And that comes from the fact that they can't in many cases sleep over at a friend's house, can't go to a movie, they can't do all the things that your children and my children normally expect to be able to do. Because of the rules, because of the regulations, because of the fact, frankly, that they are a foster child and they're different. And that's a problem. It was uniformly expressed the importance of having a mentor for each foster child. A mentor that is beyond all the other categories that we have talked about. Someone that child can rely on, that someone who in some ways will serve as a parent for that child, at least in the sense of being that mentor, being that person to guide them, being that person to bounce things off of, as we all do with our kids. The next issue was the issue of the number of children who, quote, age out of foster care, end of quote. I don't particularly like that term. I'm not sure I know a better term. These are children who languish in foster care for years and years and years. They do not have what every child should have, is as a permanent, loving home. They cannot be adopted for whatever reason. And many times the reason they cannot be adopted is because the court has not severed the relationship with the natural parents, and so they're not adoptable, and they stay in foster care, and they end up turning 18 years of age, and they're still in foster care. The challenges that these children face is immense. Sometimes they don't have a home. Sometimes they are homeless. Sometimes, in most cases, they do not have anybody close to them who can be a mentor. They do not have what almost every other child in this country has, and that is maybe not someone to financially support them, although many 18-year-olds certainly have that, but at least someone to emotionally support them, at least someone, again, to be of help to them and to help guide them in a very, very difficult period of time for most of us at the age of 18. One of the things that we want this group to look at is what better services can we provide, either in the public sector or private sector, for these children who have just aged out of foster care. Next issue is the planned permanent living arrangements. The shorthand is, this is in my opinion, and what was expressed time and time again in our hearings, this is a place where children are a status for children who are in foster care, which makes it impossible for them to be adopted, and really almost ensures that they are going to continue to be in foster care without any other alternative. So these are some of the issues that have come up. As I said, this group is not confined to these issues. They can do whatever they want to with these issues. We are going to provide staffing for this group. Let me introduce Melinda Sykes, who is in the back, who is an attorney in my office. She heads up our, what's your official title? Director of Children's Initiatives. Director of Children's Initiatives. I'm not good on titles, but she does it very well. And she has a unique perspective. Melinda was in foster care herself. And she's brought a passion and a experience level and expertise to this, which I think has been essential as we've gone about our business for the last year. She will be staffing this group, and we are available to this group to do the research, whatever they want us to do. Let me at this point introduce Dante Sledge. He's a former Ohio foster youth who is now an advocate for foster children. He's currently a student at Columbus State. He'll speak about his struggles as a foster child who aged out of the foster system without